Hello, my dear hamster friends on the path to financial success. To get rich faster and more efficiently, you need to be a professional, and that means you need education, right? There are traditional methods like college and university. But as time marches on, new earning methods related to modern technologies are emerging, which people are learning on the fly. But how can we learn faster, and what might be hindering our progress? Today's video tackles this topic, so let's dive in and see what it's all about.
Most people don't have a learning problem. They have a pride problem. They won't admit that they don't know something, and then they won't ask for help. But the fastest way to learn anything is simple. You just admit that you don't know, and then find someone who does, and then stay humble enough to actually listen. And you'll learn whatever you need to learn as long as you prioritize your progress over your pride.
How simple, yet so on point. Many people tend to present themselves as experts in everything. However, this approach primarily harms themselves. But I'd like to add something from my perspective. Beyond recognizing what you don't know, it's also crucial to verify the expertise of the person from whom you're learning. After all, those who teach can also feign superior knowledge. The most effective way to check this is to look at the educator's portfolio, see what projects they've handled, and whether they have achieved success in those endeavors. If they have a track record of successful work behind them, you can confidently trust such a pro with your education. So remember, friends, never be afraid to admit what you don't know, and carefully choose the people from whom you learn. Then, I'm confident success will follow. See you in the next episode. And remember, hamsters are power, one for all and all for one. Hey there, my dear finance-savvy hamster friends. Those of us tied into the world of stocks or cryptocurrencies know just how crucial it is to keep up with market trends, right? To stay on top of things, many investors keep a close watch on the news. But how should we really interpret these updates? And what's the real scoop behind them? Today's video is all about that. So settle in comfortably, and let's roll!
I invested 10% of my net worth last year in Meta. There was all these negative press releases coming out that, Meta had fumbled their metaverse and they had fumbled their ability to be a social media platform and got tanked. And part of me was like, why is there no positive press going out simultaneously to fight this? Right? Like if I'm a business owner and somebody says some whack stuff about my business, I'll come back and like smash it directly. Like, this is weird, the stock is tanking. And then they announced some really good profits that were coming into Q4. And I said, you know what? I think right now is going to be the narrative of positive news that's going to be coming for Meta, because once again, there's people writing the news with intentions. So anybody that's a CEO in the stock market realizes that one of your jobs is to move the chart. Your job is to control the chart. Your job is to be involved with how the chart moves because you have investors that you are responsible for. You have a board that you're accountable to. You're a publicly listed company. In comes Meta talking about AI, talking about these multi-billion-dollar deals with NVIDIA, and it goes from 70% drawdown to all-time highs. I made a tweet and I said, all the negative press that you see around Meta is institutions trying to buy up your bags.
It's all narrative.
It's all narrative. So when we see Bitcoin narrative, Bitcoin is a scam, Bitcoin's going to zero. Well, who's writing it? Who's behind it? And what's their intention? What are they trying to accomplish? Probably taking my bags. So I don't read any of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware, fully convicted of what I own. I don't have to listen to some bumbo on New York Times.
Well, it looks like we're touching on the topic of conspiracy again. But in some ways, he's right. The market often carries a speculative nature, and those who benefit from fluctuations in certain prices will try to use any means to achieve their goals. That's why I strongly recommend that you don't fall for mass media manipulations. Always analyze all the information presented to you, and always consider the ultimate goals of those who are interested in specific developments. Don't miss new episodes to continue becoming financially savvier. See you in the next video, friends. And remember, hamsters are power, one for all and all for one.